We're going to do some Hawks talk, then some news around the league that really doesn't have anything to do with the league. Shout out to the Pistons versus the Spurs, though, as they were about to fight. Cade just bodied Stephon Castle.
The Pistons are stepping into an era where they're trying to embody the bad boy Pistons. They were very physical with Wembanyama, which I think is smart because otherwise he's just going to dog you out. I wonder how far the league lets them go with being that physical and taking the cheap shots.
And they lost.
Oh, yeah. But it's interesting. But before we get there, y'all know what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about these Atlanta Hawks, man. Since we've been gone, we won 2 out of 3. And the third one, it is a win in number only. But we're going to start out with a 117-107 win over the Philadelphia 76ers. I was concerned about this game because Joel Embiid was out. I would have much rather Joel Embiid played. I think that the centers that we have are better against Embiid because of his lack of mobility. And also, let's just be real here. Andre Drummond comes to Atlanta or plays in Atlanta and plays like a world beater specifically just against us. I don't know why. I hate it. I honestly wish we could just put him on the team so we didn't have to get our ass kicked by him. But he gave us 10 and 14 and 6 shots. We don't have a body to deal with Drummond at all. Not Londale, not Okongwu, and we have seemingly abandoned Christian Koloko for no good reason. Maxey did not play great. Dyson Daniels is a problem for him. He had 28 points on 8 of 23 shots. VJ Edgecombe, on the other hand, looked like an adult, 20 points, 7-15 shooting. And he was just kind of hitting us with mid-rangers. And I was like, bro, you are way too young to be confidently hitting these with limited space. Don Barlow, former Atlanta Hawk, 1 point in 22 minutes. That brought me joy because I had to watch him trick off our season last year, him and George Niang. On the other end, Okongwu, 8 points, 10 rebounds. That's all you can really ask. Jalen Johnson, 32 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Shea, a very milquetoast game, 10 points, 7 rebounds. Nikhil, 14, 3 and 4, and Dyson, 15 and 7 and 2. And then also CJ McCollum, who's been crazy off the bench with 23 points and 5 assists. We ended up winning this game, but it was tougher for us than I expected. Y'all hear that? That's a little echo. But overall, we beat them the first 2 quarters. We had they came back in the third, and then we finished them off in the fourth. We should have dominated this team, I think, in my opinion, with no Embiid and no Paul Pierce. But they still got VJ, they still got Maxey, but
no Embiid and no who?
No Paul George.
Well,
he's suspended.
You said
what
Paul.
did I say? Oh, well, hey, neither one of them playing. Hell, my bad. Oh, you got me. But I think without your 2 superstars, or I guess Maxey is a superstar on this team. Maxey is a superstar on this team, and VJ Edgecombe is good. But I think that we should have beaten them more convincingly. The Hawks don't seem to want to just beat somebody. They want to play to the level of their competition or play below the level of competition. I have a lot of questions about Quin and his rotations. I also don't like that we have abandoned Christian Koloko. He does not even dress out with the varsity anymore. And he's the only rim patrolling paint protector that we have with the appropriate size.
Yeah. For all these games, I won't go. The overarching point for me is the third quarter. The third quarter and the slow starts. We have slow starts out of the first game, out of the game,
It's
at the
like
beginning
we
of the
don't
game.
even know we came to play basketball.
We have slow starts in the third quarter. We get outscored in the third quarter every time. Um, and another theme of these three games with the 76ers, the Heat, and the Nets, good and bad, is one. Echo. Is it me?
I think it's gone now.
It's gone now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is good thing is, or the bad thing is, or I'll say the good thing. Good thing is Jalen Johnson seems to be a little clutch when it comes to close games in the fourth quarter. Even if he's having a bad game, he's going to get you the and one. He's going to get you. He's going to get you. A timely three, even when he's off. I mean, this game was 9-22, right?
Oh, 5 from 3.
The bad thing is Jalen is in a shooting slump. His shooting percentages have been down over the last 3 games. We are missing a lot of bunnies at the rim. We're missing a lot of layups, and Jalen is getting a little frustrated. And it leads to lapses on defense. We're having a lot of live ball turnovers, live ball misses, long misses. And Okongwu seems like he was playing better when you was playing Koloko. I don't understand a lot of Quin's rotations, and I'll get to that as well as we discuss more. But in this game, I mean, Ricochet was pretty good. Ricochet, I think, really should go down to the G League, but Ricochet was pretty good, and he was playing, 10, 4, and 7. And his length allows us to play better on defense because they keep Jalen from being at the top of the key. But I mean, Mo Gay is there to play defense. We don't even look his way. And I'm not a fan of the way Quin runs his offense. I firmly think this is coaching now. We dribble to the middle of the lane, Dyson, Jalen, Nikhil, and then we jump. And instead of shooting layup,
then we figure out
try
how to
pass it out, and it turns into a turnover, which leads to a fast break point. And we could be up 10, we could be down 2, and then we're up 2 instead, or we're down 12 because we have these live ball turnovers in bunches.
And
so
it's kind of
I'm
tricky.
Happy we won this game, but it is what it is.
It's tricky because you look on one hand and you see the same things, and we fall into the same pitfalls every game. But at the same time, if you look at overall, you gotta give Quin credit for the development. Okongwu's having the best season in his career. Jalen Johnson, even his bad games are good games. If he can't get his shooting, he's still probably gonna get you a triple-double. Alexander Walker is having the best season of his career. Dyson I know he started out as a point guard, but I don't think that was ever a real live, like Lou Dort level point guard, where, okay, you can guard the point guard, but you don't ever really do anything else. Into now where he is a legitimate 15-7 point guard. And he probably,
if he could get 20-10 if he just held on to the ball and made layups.
Right. Or just try to dunk on people more. That's the thing that I wish he had that Anthony Edwards level. Just, I'm going to try you every time, because you're going to end up going to the free throw line. He doesn't shoot enough free throws for a guy that size, getting typically guarded by guys who are going to be smaller than him at the position. He does the same thing every time. Run to the paint, spin move. If I can't hit you with the quick flip, then I'm looking to pass out, but sometimes I'm overwhelmed and I make a bad pass. He's not super high on turnovers, but it's just your lack your lack of offensive ability doesn't give you the same level of ability to make those type of things because you don't score enough consistently. Landale has been pretty solid though, but this overall was a game that we won. It was an okayish win. I can't lie and say that I'm not disappointed. And then we played the Heat. I don't got much from this. The Heat beat our ass in an embarrassing way. Number one, the Heat always typically have our number. Every now and then we'll get one from them. For the most part, they're just more physical. They're bigger. They're more disciplined. They're all the things that we are not. So even though I think they have a less talented roster than us, they beat us on, I mean, really, it's coaching. It is what it looks like to have a top-tier coach versus a guy who probably is closer to mid. And Spoelstra is elite tier, and Quinn is questionable.
This game was frustrating to watch. I think you were out, so you had to watch the playback, and I was kind of giving you play-by-play. Make sure y'all follow us on Threads, the SplashCast. I go on there and I talk during the game, during the game thread. Hawks just couldn't hit a shot. Only scored 16 points in the first quarter. Another slow start. And Miami got Hero back, and Hero just back like he never left.
No. Let me clarify. He was back like he had an agenda to prove that, hey, I'm still somebody, and I see that y'all are trying to get rid of me. Let me remind you of who I am.
And our offense, we start out slow. We can't defensively. I don't know what our defensive coaches do. It seems like we don't make any adjustments. Bam, everybody in the world, including Asia Wilson, knows who, in the backstory of that is somebody asked them if you had to guard each other, how would you stop them? And she said, I would stop Bam from going left. Because everybody knows that he's going to try to go left, get to the left hand and score. That's his move in the paint. He did that 5 straight times against us. I was like, bro, do anything else. Double team him. Stop him. He did the same move. I was like, bro, there's no way. And as much as I like Jock Londale because he can shoot the corner 3, athletically, it is
deplorable.
No comparison to Koloko. He can't even get off the floor. So it's like,
and once again, Koloko has a 9'7" standing reach. So he already ahead of the game before he jumps.
And they put Khalil Ware in there, and he's just tall. He was dunking on us. He hit a couple threes. And the Hawks, for some reason, because we'll get the Nets too, people that just be shooting 22% from 3. This is not a trade thing now. This is the Quinn thing. They be shooting 22% from 3. They come in and shoot 70% for the game. Fourth, 6. You be like, what? What is happening?
Who is that? That I feel like we have to be the most Google the other guy. Who the hell is this? Jenkins from the Pistons cut our ass. It's always somebody. I ain't never heard of this guy until he plays us. Then he's suddenly a world beater. And I mean, that's just what it is. I think that
Miami's a good
I don't
team.
know.
I didn't realize 11. They played everybody. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. When you're up by 30, y'all all gonna get in the game.
They played 18 people.
Right. But I mean, let's be real. Fontecchio is terrible. Gardner, Johnson, Jovic.
They got 7 people in double figures. Jaime Jaquez couldn't be stopped.
I think
I like
good.
Larson. He's nice.
Pele Larson is good. Kyle Ware is good. Yakashonis didn't play that great. Norm Powell, okay game. It's a lot of Quinn not doing the very simple things. Okay. Oh, Bam, you want to do this? Well, let me tell you who you're going to have to deal with for the rest of the game. Muhammad Gay. I don't care what happens. I'm putting Muhammad Gay on Bam. I'm put Muhammad on Bam, and if he beats us, then he beat our best big
Damn, we missed 6
defender.
free throws.
Yeah, we're not a great free throw shooting team either. This game was disappointing. This game, the other part about this is we're neck and neck with Miami, as y'all will see when we get to the standings portion of this. We really needed that. We needed them to not win a game and us win a game. And between them and Orlando right now, we got to do it. And we need to win all of these games because our schedule is getting easier, and we need them to lose all of their games, as I think that their schedule gets a little bit more difficult.
Miami has 72 points in the paint. We had 38.
And no Koloko. That's the part that infuriates me more than anything is, why are you taking Gabe and Buddy and Keaton? Don't need all of that. You don't. If you like, especially Keaton, at this point, you traded for Gabe. Gabe, I think, is a better point guard than Keaton Wallace. But I honestly don't care. I don't care which one you pick. But you don't need both of them. And Buddy Hield. You got 3 little guys who you're probably never going to play versus putting Koloko as the third center and a defensive stopper if shit gets out of control. And we just don't do that. And that I don't have an answer for. That is leadership, coaching, all of that. That's the decision that people who are not on the floor make. But it puts everybody else in a very compromising position because we get bullied in the paint because Londale, that ain't his role. And Okongwu, he can't do nothing with Bam and Kyle Ware for sure.
Yeah, in a rotate, you can't have all those shortcomings in the roster and have bad rotations. Like,
and not be
rotations
scoring.
don't make sense.
If you're gonna get punished in the paint, then you got to put up a bunch of buckets.
We don't match up. It's like, hey, they killing us in the paint. We're gonna put in 3 guards and just run fast, and that way that'll stop it. Well, no. So what they do is put in 3 forwards, and then they just back us down and score every time.
Man. Quin infuriates the hell out of me. I've said for a long time now, I think that he can go. I am on the Taylor Jenkins train more and more every day. I do appreciate what Quin is doing as far as the development of our players. I think that has been great, but you got to win some damn games. And that, I think this is a perfect segue into the very next game, which to me is the most frustrating. We did win 115 to 104 over the Brooklyn Nets, but my God, we got our ass kicked for 3.5 quarters. And I was not able to watch this live. I had to watch it on the rewatch. And I literally had to ask Reggie, what the hell is going on?
And these are famous.
Hold on. Famously, this is the Brooklyn Nets. It took 5 point guards. They drafted 5 point guards in this most recent draft. And somehow we struggle with them.
Dog. First quarter thoughts. Terrible offense. Passing up layups to shoot threes is wildly annoying. Defense is getting cooked. I don't know why Quin won't play Koloko. Oh, we back in it. Yeah, we had a meltdown. The only reason we back in it is because Brooklyn is Brooklyn. Otherwise, we would have lost in the first quarter.
By 40.
Second quarter thoughts. Now, this is really good. CJ off the bench. CJ got hot. Nickeil Alexander-Walker started hitting. But outside of isolation ball, our offense looks rough. How are we losing to the damn Nets? Dyson is the new Capella. Dyson gets into the lane. I'm just reading them notes. This is between me and Norwood, play by play. Dyson gets into the lane. He's missed 4 straight layups. At least he's shooting the motherfuckers. We're strong off the bench. Another bad third quarter. Playing Gabe at backup 1. Starting CJ, bringing Ricochet off the bench. Then, out of nowhere, We end the game on a 24-2 run to win the game.
The defense finally showed up.
Went 18-0, 19-2, 24-2 to end the game. If this were any other team, we would have lost by 30.
Probably 40.
We'd have lost by 30.
And that's the reason it's so frustrating to see this and be like, because we have had a relatively rough pre-All-Star schedule between the repeated West Coast trips, the being away from home. That's the reason we got like 12 straight home games, whatever it is, something outrageous, because we've gone everywhere and played everybody. And now we're at the tail end of the schedule where it is most important. Like I told y'all, we are neck and neck with the Heat and the Magic, and the Charlotte Hornets are playing the best basketball in the NBA. So we literally have the Hornets on our ass and the Heat and the Magic directly in front of us. And guess what?
And the 76ers. 76ers right there too.
Yeah, but the 76ers were always supposed to be better. But what I'm saying is, number one, that's ain't that the Atlantic Division? Orlando, Miami, Atlanta, and Charlotte. That's all of us together, looking the same. But the Hornets on our ass.
Look at us. Look
right. And then you got the Magic and the Heat like right in front of us. And us, if we would have lost that Brooklyn game, we should have lost that Brooklyn game. And that is unacceptable, specifically that we need to win every layup game that we have going forward. We have to win if we want to attempt to get out of the play-in. And honestly, I think Milwaukee has probably just tucked their tail. They probably can't get into the play-in at this point, but they're going to try, and Chicago's surely going to try.
Milwaukee has to try because they want to keep the pick.
They have no reason not to, but I don't think that.
Well, isn't it between them and New Orleans?
Yes.
Yeah, so they got to try.
Somebody, yeah, you're right. Somebody is going to get that consolation. But
before this game, there was one more thing. Quin tried to play Jalen off the ball. I don't know if that was an experiment because he thought the Nets were trash. If Jalen had maybe a little bit of a nagging injury, he still played 38 minutes and was 11-22. But you played Jalen off the ball more. I don't understand the fascination with making CJ. Oh, and then you brought Gabe Vincent in as the first sub. He was the first sub off the bench. Didn't understand that one. He was
played the least amount of minutes, and he was -8.
He was awful. And then, I was gonna say I don't understand why you playing CJ at the 1, but I mean, shit, Gabe was bad. Gabe was awful.
I mean, we had to understand that Gabe was awful in LA, and you traded away Luke Kennard for 2 second-round picks. That's going to be what it's going to be with that. I mean, I
expect some wheeling and dealing this offseason.
I agree. Also, CJ with 18.2 points per game off the bench this year. That's the most points per game off the bench in the last 40 years. And then he was promptly put into the starting lineup. I don't know how long this lasts. I do know that lineup specifically of Onyeka Okongwu, Jalen Johnson, CJ McCollum, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Dyson Daniels is by far the most successful. They have the highest positive plus-minus rating of any rotation. I think it's the fourth highest of any. No, it's the highest, and it's the fourth most played, even though we just got CJ not that long ago. It lets you know how many different lineups that Quin has rolled out there. I don't exactly know what the hell Quin is doing. Apparently, I saw on the internet that Kuminga is questionable for the Wizards game. Prayerfully, he is available, but I don't know what that means as far as a rotation. I assume the first man out has got to be Corey Kispert, because even though he's kind of shot well, he getting crushed on defense. I don't know how that works. I assume that Kuminga, especially coming off the bone bruise, he ain't gonna start early. But I think that there is potential that if he plays well and looks right, that he could go into the starting lineup in that Shea spot. I don't hate CJ and Shea off the bench. I think that makes us more confident and more well rounded. But we're at a point now where I'm watching you have to figure this shit out. We're at the end of the season. We need to win all these games, and we're about to play a bunch of winnable games. We play the Wizards tomorrow, and we play the Wizards Thursday. We need to go 2-0. We ain't got time for that. They're actively trying to lose. We can't trick off none of these games.
Yeah, I like Ricochet off the bench with CJ. CJ and Ricochet play pretty well. Ricochet off the bench probably it stung a little bit for him because he played like he had something to prove. He came out, hit a three, got a steal, got a dunk, got an and one, and then that was pretty much the extent of his scoring. I think it would serve well to put Kuminga out there. I do see Kispert probably falling back, but to me, being able to score and having Kuminga out there eventually, of course, you're right with the bone bruise, but being able to score off the bench is something that we don't really have the luxury of other than CJ. And now that you're putting CJ in the starting lineup, I would rather him go back to the bench with Ricochet and allow those two to kind of be the guys to be their own shot creators. Because Ricochet was getting to it. What was surprising was Ricochet was getting into paint and he was hitting and ones. Now, Ricochet needs to bow up a little bit. He's 20 and he's got to get in the gym because he tries to do a lot of finesse, a lot of stereotypical French type stuff, real finesse move. No, he's going to have to learn how to go, as Dominique said in the broadcast, he's going to have to learn how to go through somebody's chest. But that comes with time. But allowing him to be more than just a catch and shoot guy, you can see the potential there. And CJ actually allows that for him. And then that allows Kispert. I don't understand. Quin.
It's a lot of Quin. To me, it's more Quin than anything.
You have no spacing. That's your forte. Is spacing. We had no spacing. I'm sorry. We're talking about CJ.
And that is the selling point for Ricochet is as much as I, used to joke about Zion and his metabolism is eventually slowing down, he gonna gain weight. Ricochet is 6'8", 200. When he get them 20 pounds, which I assume that he will prayerfully get, that he needs to find, is going to make him a different basketball player. And I think the same thing about Asa Newell. If he can get 20 pounds or get you 10 to 12 in the summer, 20 pounds is a lot to put on in a summer. But if they can both get 10 to 15 pounds, that will make their life infinitely better. Yes, Sneaky, you are 1,000% right. A small point guard did make the spacing a lot better, but it also did not allow any of these guys to develop because they're just standing around waiting on rebounds. And
small point guard being Trae Young, who they're talking about. Sneaky
correct.
is who is your team, Sneaky?
Orlando Magic.
See, Orlando.
We are cousins. We both on the same bus. But I mean, the development, and I hate to say it, but we the same record with him, same record without him. Then what you gonna pay $50 million for? So, and once again, best of luck, Trae, in Washington whenever I guess they try to play basketball again. But right now
that he's there.
Hey man, not my problem. Y'all figure it out. Don't figure it out. Go somewhere else. But for me right now, I mean, I'm pretty sure we have either identical or maybe a better record than we had at this point last year. But it was about the same. We still in the play-in. So yeah, you don't pick up a player option if you're gonna end up in the same spot. A $50 million player option if you're gonna end up in the same spot. I do think that it is going to be very important going into next season that we find a true facilitator, at least off the bench. Like I think that.
Here we go, man. Pissing me off.
I think that I think that we need a legitimate point guard. Gabe, you will be out of here. I'm not sure if Buddy sticks around. There will be spaces, but you need a legitimate point guard and you need a legitimate bucket. Those are the two things that we have left. The good thing is we have enough money to pay that, and we have draft capital to draft that.
We need rim protection. The two things that I've been saying all year since the offseason that we need: a ball handler and rim protection. We did not get none of that.
Hartenstein. You need whatever it takes. We need to get him to Atlanta and do not let him leave. If you got to tamper, if you got to lie, cheat, and steal, Isaiah Hartenstein is the perfect guy to be in Atlanta. He can rim protect and he does not ruin the spacing because he can shoot the three and move out of the way. He can also play with Jalen Johnson. He can also play with Onyeka Okongwu if needed. We got to make that happen. Chicago has 11 guards over there. They're not going to keep them all. I think Trey Jones is the one that I looked at most recently. I would love to have him. We just need a guard to run the second unit. And then you got to draft right. We got to hope that the ping pong balls fall in our favor. The Banter would be great. I am not even opposed to Boozer Jalen's just gonna have to play some three.
King is a Kingston Fleming, ain't he a point guard?
Yes. But
he's essentially CJ though.
No. Fleming is a way better defender. And Kingston Fleming is a point guard freshman playing for the Houston Cougars. Kelvin Sampson, that's like being in the G League as far as I'm concerned. Sampson don't play that
like
shit.
Jeremiah Fears.
Yes, you're going to play defense and you're going to have to play here and he scores. Kelvin Sampson, he's not like the rest of them guys. It's certain places you can go and you can still be, all right, we'll just let you do whatever. Kelvin Sampson don't play freshmen. He play guys who got whole families.
Smoke cigarettes on the sideline.
Right. And fix carburetors. If you're a freshman there, you try it and test it. And there are enough guys in the draft that we can find a guy. We just have to make sure that we do it. Now, I do trust Honestly LA to make the right picks. Everything that he said so far is he's kind of set up his Danny Ainge season for next year too. Next year, I think he gonna be like, hey, we all in, and we're gonna have to be more. We're getting out of that play-in invitational, and if we not, then I assume Quin to be fired. If he survives that long.
You think Quin makes it to next year? I do not at all. I think Quin gonna embarrass himself.
I have told you I'm not in love with Quin. If he goes, let the dead bury the dead.